My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. And ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And I have been watching Around the World in 80 Days. Not the first time I've seen it. There's been many versions of it. This is the best. I'm telling you, this is my absolute favourite version of it. It's the David Tennant version, obviously. You looked at the thumbnail. That's why you clicked on the video. I really love this show, right? I did a review of the first two episodes, and I was going to do it as they went along, but then they just dropped them all on was it iPlayer or something after the second week. And so I've been trying to just watch them as I go, and I've just finished it. Huge recommend. A lot of fun, which I think is something that we really want to encourage in the world right now. A lot of fun. So go check it out. I have no idea how you can watch it, where you can watch it, where you are in the world. In England, it's on iPlayer, I believe, right? I believe it's on iPlayer. Look for it on Netflix or wherever it is in your part of the world when it comes out, because this is a real, I would say must-watch. Really a must-watch. And it's a must-watch by being not fantastic. I mean, it is good, but it's by being just not overstated. It's just a good, enjoyable show, right? They just did a good, enjoyable piece of entertainment. Before we get into the review, can you hit the like button? Frickin' awesome! Thank you very much. Can you hit the share button? Also freaking awesome. Basically, as I say, like, share, subscribe, whether you're on Rumble, whether you're on YouTube. If you're on Rumble, hit the Rumble button. Have yourself a bit of Rumble, baby. You won't go blind. Maybe you will. Okay, that's not medical advice. Like, share, subscribe, Rumble. Comment, let me know what you think. It really does help the algorithm. It helps me a lot. And go check out my Substack, which is an email newsletter. Go sign up for it. That'll be fan-freaking-tastic. I put a bunch of comics out on it. I got Ice Warriors. They're running on Sundays. I've got this other strip called Red Ghost that's running on Fridays. It's only going to be there for another couple of weeks, and I'm moving that over to the paid one. The paid one is $5 a month. It's how I'm trying to monetize this YouTubing. If you want to support me, that is the way. Thank you very much. I am insanely great. I mean, like, just insanely grateful, and I will try and deliver something good for the subscribers. In fact, I got a strip that I'm putting up there for the subscribers right after I finish filming this video. Fine! Around the World in 80 Days. So, stars David Tennant as Phileas Fogg, obviously. Leonie Bennett, who I've never seen before, as Abigail Fortescue. And Ibrahim Korma as Passepartout. Never seen him in anything before. Also excellent. 3 very charismatic, very engaging leads. And I didn't realize how charismatic David Tennant is, because his portrayal of Fogg is a very reserved character. He's very quiet. He's very insular. And normally those type of characters don't make you emote for them, right? They don't make you go, like, want to cheer for them. I think it's a testament to his charisma and to his acting that you do. And also to the writing. They really build up the character and they go into the layers of the character as he develops his friendship with the other two. I've left every episode feeling good, right? Feeling life affirmed, right? Which is fantastic. Yeah, there's no nihilism in this, right? It's just kind of happy, right? It's just kind of happy. Also, Jason Watkins is in it. Who I like him. He's in it when he's in everything. He plays. He looks very ordinary, right? He looks like your very ordinary British person, and he's extraordinary in pretty much everything he ever does. And Peter Sullivan, who I kind of vaguely recognize. I don't know what on earth I've seen him in before. I don't know the name. I kind of vaguely recognize him. He plays the he grows into the villain of the piece, right? He does grow into the villain as it goes on. Also, excellent, really. Everybody fulfills their role very well. So fine, let's just go through the episodes and give you a rough idea what's going on. I want this to be a spoiler-free review. Okay, they go around the world in 80 days, and that much I can't hide from you, right? Yeah, they do indeed go around the world in 80 days. Well, do they? In fact, you'll find out. Okay, that's not quite as clear as you think. Fine, let's look at episode 1. Episode 1 in London, 1872. Inspired by a news story, Phileas Fogg is goaded into betting he can circle the globe in just 80 days, despite never having been abroad before. So there's a lot more going on there. So you first this is basically introduces you to the characters. Fogg's motivation throughout the whole thing is he receives a postcard with just one word, with a mysterious clock on it, right, and just one word written on the back saying "coward," and it really, really, totally affects him. Then later, when he's in his club, I think the Reform Club, with the villain and Jason Watkins. They're reading a story about how it is possible to circumnavigate the globe in 80 days. Says, I bet somebody will do it, right? I bet somebody will do it. And the villain is like, you can't. I mean, literally, if he could twirl his moustache, he would. But you couldn't do that. And there's alluded that he tried a major voyage, a major journey before, and utterly failed, and you get the feeling it's completely tied into this a postcard calling him a coward, and that basically that all galvanizes him to say, yes, I'm going to do it, but that he's completely impractical. One of the great things about the character is he's immensely intelligent, very, very reserved and quiet, and completely unworldly, right? So to balance out his unworldliness, he picks up a new valet in the person of Passepartout, who's now. So people have said, "Oh, this is horribly woke because Passepartout's black in this." He's French. He's a French black guy, and I don't mind them going away from the source material. Generally speaking, I never mind them going away from the source material. I try to view things on the merits of what it is. So, but you get the feeling that Passepartout is a bit of a criminal, right? He's got a bit of a dodgy past, but he's the exact right foil to keep Phileas Fogg focus and keep him alive, essentially. And the third member is the Jason Watkins' daughter. He's the publisher of the Telegraph. She wrote the initial article saying it is possible to circumnavigate the globe. And she in the original book, I believe Mr. Fix is an inspector chasing him from location to location. Here she's a reporter. And she essentially acts as the biographer of the journey, and she's got a whole thing going on with her father, and it does teeter on the idea of becoming somewhat feminist, but in 1872, I have no problem saying that women didn't have the same opportunities as men, because they didn't. I have a lot of trouble saying it in 2022, right? I think we do. I think we want equality of opportunity. So that is essentially the first episode. You're introduced to the trio. They have a mini adventure in France, right, in Paris, where Fogg becomes unwittingly embroiled in a political assassination, but he starts to build up this mystique, this fame, right, that builds and builds throughout the series. Episode two is fantastic, right? Fogg's self-respect is shattered by an arrogant widower's ridicule, worrying Abigail and Passepartout that even before Abigail and Passepartout even before a disaster strikes. So a lot of this whole piece for Tennant is about a man overcoming his deep lack of confidence, right, and the inner bravery that takes, right? And which I think is true bravery. I think there's a struggle we could all relate to. I watch Doctor Who. I'm a big Doctor Who fan. I've really hated the last few years of Doctor Who. In one episode, one companion asked Jodie Whittaker, who's playing Doctor Who, to help him, and he's worried. He had cancer. He's going to come back. Can you inspire him? Can you inspire his bravery? And she says, "No, I don't know how to do all that. I feel socially awkward." It was one of the worst moments I've ever seen. So this is the polar opposite of that. This is a man struggling to overcome his own personal fears and knowing his life is in crisis. So this comes into a physical realization of that, as Fogg is called on to use his scientific genius, and I would call it genius, in a desperate life or death situation, and again the team of Fogg, Passepartout, and Abigail Fix, they pull together to pull off a seemingly impossible task, and they save lives. It's fantastic. Again, every episode I leave elated. I leave going, oh, I feel so good, right? I feel so happy about that. Episode three, great episode. So now they're in stuck in Yemen's west coast. Foolhardy Fogg decided on a dangerous desert crossing, leaving Abigail Fix in a place where even a fellow Englishwoman proves hostile. So this one more focused on Abigail's Fix's relationship with her father, and her belief in her father is somewhat shattered in this. Great action episode, right? As they cross the desert, and they find unlikely aid from somebody who's been cancelled, right? I get they really deal with some very contemporary issues in this historical drama very well, and how the press you shouldn't believe everything you read in the press. Passepartout has great standout moments in this as well, and it leads to a personal revelation for him, right? A personal revelation of sorts that help shape the future, the future episodes. So by the time we get to episode 4, in remote India, Fogg grumpily waits for a wedding to be over. Yeah, because he's trying to move, but he can't leave the wherever he is until this wedding is performed. So he's all grumpy about it. But the groom is grabbed by the army. Passepartout is torn about potentially sabotaging the ship, while Miss Fix's self-belief has been absolutely shaken. That's true. So this is, I think, is a very pivotal episode. They're all pivotal. Actually, this is a very pivotal episode. Again, dealing with Fogg overcoming his internal fears, which I again love it. Absolutely love it. You don't know what his story is yet. You don't know really what's going on with him. But there's something happened in his love life that's connected to that postcard that said "coward." That's got something to do with it, and he makes this very, very impassioned speech to bring these two separated lovers together. Really, quite beautiful. So at this point, Passepartout is convinced to sabotage the trip. The villain of the piece. They made a huge wager. Say you'll never get go around the world in 8 days, Fogg. And it turns out that he needs to win that wager, otherwise he's going to be completely bankrupt, like pretty darn soon. So he hires a ne'er-do-well to delay him, and he gives and he bribes Passepartout to give this potion to Fogg that will make him sleep for 24 hours or whatever, making it impossible to complete the trip. Nearly kills him, right? Which is a massive term for Passepartout, as he realizes what he wants to do. So by episode 5, they're in Hong Kong. Passepartout's knowledge of Hong Kong proves useful when Fogg's finances are blocked. Yes, this is another one of the plot to stop him. And again, I love his naivety through this. Like, he couldn't think this person who he views as a friend could possibly be doing anything, and he just thinks it's just happenstance that he's not able to access his money. However, there's a high price to be paid. Abigail's latest article could humiliate Phileas at a party in his honor. So by this time, he's famous, right? Because she's been putting things in the Telegraph. So when he was delirious from the poison, he talked about Estella, this great love of his life that is somehow tied together. And she wrote this really beautiful piece about him, but it's very intimate, right? Very, very intimate. And he's such an incredibly private person. But again, the theme of overcoming your fears, your personal fears, keeps going over and over and over again with it. I think that's probably I didn't really realize that until I start saying this review out. I think that's the emotional resonance that drives us, which is why you're really pushing for Fogg to succeed. So episode 6, fantastic episode. They managed to set off from Hong Kong eventually. By the way, there's a great bit of criminal activity from Passepartout. I really, really like this actor. I would watch him in other things. He's able to pull this off, very well. But so the next step is they on his boat to America. He's put in Fogg is put at gunpoint in a life raft with Passepartout and Fix. You do get a little bit of feeling in those opening scenes where he's on the life raft. That they're on a green screen set and somebody's throwing buckets of water at them, right? You do get that feeling. They spend most of this episode on marooned with no hope of escape, which of course they do because this is only episode 6. But there's a massive fallout where secrets and lies come out. You know, Fogg and Pastor have to deal with it with each other because Fogg starts to find out that Pastor 2 did try and sabotage him. A trio of travelers are now now Pacific castaways. Pastor attempts to atone for his treachery. Abigail is apologetic, but Phileas remains stubborn as revelations and regrets drives a wedge between them. Meanwhile, the Reform Club hears the distressing news that Fogg and Fix are lost at sea. Yeah, that whole stuff with Jason Watkins, his daughter being lost, fantastic. Again, just genuine, real, actual drama about people that you care about, right? And that's what this episode is. It's drama about people that you care about, and again, overcoming their obstacles in becoming this trio. Glorious. It's like there's punchy air moments, right? Absolute punchy air moments throughout. Episode 7, the one where they're in America, racing through the Rockies. Fogg unwittingly lets a laconic lawman and his prisoner share the chartered stagecoach, unaware the captor's cronies are in hot pursuit, leading to a violent showdown before sundown. Now, this one deals with racism in America, and I really don't mind it. Again, much like the first episode dealt with feminism, to say that black people had significantly less opportunities in 1872 America than they do now. So it deals with the Klan, deals with racism, and does it well, right? It does it well. Again, once again, the theme of overcoming personal adversity to make yourself great is what this show is about. And the final episode, Tragedy Strikes. Do you think they're not going to make it? Maybe they do, maybe they won't. I will not spoil it here. An irresistible reunion, deadly dockside danger, and a regrettable red tape mean Phileas Fogg faces failure while his companions ponder parting from each other. So it's again, I won't spoil the ending other than I very much enjoyed it, and it does open it up for a season 2, even though it sounds like it'd be a little bit bonkers. I want to see more of it, right? I do want to see more of it. I did just read they've been greenlit for a second year. I'm very excited to watch the season 2, even though it's got nothing to do with the book. This doesn't have that much to do with the book either, right? It's just a good show, right? It's just a good show that says something important about people. It has people that you care about with good performances. I think that's a recommend, right? I think we can call that a recommend. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.